Alrighty, so I know that this is probably a stupid idea, and you can tell by the video and probably the thumbnail, or the title and thumbnail, that this is probably going to be a dumb idea, but out of curiosity, pretty much, or just, yeah, I don't know, letting you guys see what it could do, I don't know, we are going to engrave two pieces, which I could definitely do more, I guess, if I really wanted to. We're going to engrave two pieces of rare gear today, because I have been looking into more dog stuff, or fighting the wolves. If you're unaware, the newest demonic beast battle is insanely hard. And this blue bond is actually a very, very good contender for like using him on the best team for the wolves. I really do like the team so far. I have been slowly sort of investing into the character. People have been telling me to use him for quite a while at this point. And I've finally gotten around to it, and it's working very well. I definitely don't even really need to do this experiment if I don't want to, but just out of curiosity's sake, and because I think it would be an interesting video, I wanted to do it. So if you don't know what this bond does, he decreases all enemies' attack-related stats by 15% at the start of the ally's turn if the hero doesn't take damage, limit of 5 times. So, it's lowering them by a lot once you actually get the passive completely maxed out. And the whole idea is that you run this character on the team with the dogs while also running King, the newer Chad Festival King, because he puts on a shield. And so the idea here is that you're using defense piece gear, the two defense pieces of gear that have full resistance stacks on them. I have spent a couple million gold, I guess, maxing out this rare gear to where it's got really good resistance rolls on it. I'm 69 defense on this one, PogChamp. Yeah, I'm going to engrave these two pieces because the idea here is that I can use my Ragnarok bonds, regular HP defense pieces, and then just slot these will end up getting upgraded, I assume, to SR pieces because they go up 1 rarity, and they'll be engraved to use on bonds specifically. Obviously, if you want to do this better, just make 2 actual pieces of, SSR gear, but honestly, he doesn't really need a whole lot of like extra investment. So I've ran it with just this set and done completely fine for floor 1, but obviously the dogs are really hard, so I want to try to invest into it as much as possible to make it as easy and smooth sailing as I can. So eventually I'm going to want to try to get this guy up to level 100. I already have him max super awakened. He's level 90 at the moment, as you can see. He is only 1/6, which actually isn't a problem. He was doing very well, surprisingly, whenever you attack. Plus he depletes ultimate move gauge, which is kind of nice because sometimes Thonar, you either don't pull the card, or I don't know, sometimes they patience it, which can be very frustrating, especially in floor 2. So basically, we're going to engrave these 2 pieces here. Let's go over to Merlin. Because they're way lower rarity than SSR gear, it takes 4 engraving stones, and it's only taking the 4-star awakening stones here. So we're going to engrave this piece. It is a waste, I'm gonna be honest, but to engrave both of these, it's gonna take less gear, or less of those stones than it would to engrave 1 piece of SSR gear, so I'm not that worried about it. I get enough of these to make UR gear for most characters anyway. So it does upgrade it from rare to SR, and it is for Bond specifically at this point. So the other piece is the resistance one's here, so we can go ahead and engrave this one. It's gonna be so stupid. It's gonna look so bizarre, but it does. I guess it's doing what I want it to do. So if we go and we look, we do have 2 engraved UR pieces now that you don't have the like +5 or anything on it. I don't know. You don't have the stars underneath it or anything. It's really just it's really weird to see on just an SSR piece, I guess. But if we remove these, go over and then equip them to this set, and then we will go back over here and swap out for Ragnarok Bond. We now have 54, almost 55 KCC, which isn't too bad. I'm actually missing pretty much all of my weapon cosmetics here. I'll hide my camera. I'm waiting for a cosmetic sale, but I need to buy these 3 UR weapon pieces or whatever. But let's head over to the wolves and we'll try this thing out a little bit. I've only done floor 1 with the actual team so far. You can see I just beat it earlier this week. I was just kind of testing it out, but I don't have the dogs selected this week, so I didn't want to go super hard on it. So I'll definitely be trying it out a little bit more once once the week resets. I'll try to lock in the dogs and everything and try to make a video on like actually using the team like for all 3 floors potentially, if it works out as well as it's supposed to. But I was very impressed with the way that it works just on floor 1. So, I mean, I don't know. As long as it keeps going smoothly, then we should be good to go. But very, very interesting team. Obviously, like I said, you definitely don't need to mess around with engraving old, like small, you know, lower rarity pieces of gear. Literally just do it because I was curious. But yeah, at this point we can pretty much play the dogs like normal. This isn't necessarily like a dogs video per se, but we can just use some of these cards to make sure that we get the Thonar passive going, and then put up a King Shield, and then hopefully the only thing that's RNG based about this run is that you need to continue to pull King cards. So let's see how we do. Obviously, I've already tried this with just the rare gear set, so I'm assuming it could only be better at this point. But they're basically never going to target Bon as it is, and you can see with the whatchamacallit, the resistance gear on, they're not even going to break the shield on him. So at this point, I'm a little concerned, just because we did not pull any extra King cards, so I need to try to get as much space as I can. Like I would need to try to use as many cards as I can to merge for more hand space, so I can get more King cards. Hopefully, you can see that he is getting his attack lowered here, and when I say it's like fantastic, okay, thank God. It's like super good, like actually very impressive, because even in the last phase, like phase 3, where they're supposed to be doing a lot more damage, they're basically doing nothing, which is just awesome. So let's disable the shield there. We'll put up the King shield. I guess we'll just merge both of these and then get rid of... should we just go ahead and attack? You want to kind of use or keep these if you can. We're gonna get Freyr's passive, so let's just use this for now. We'll probably end up having to stall for another turn. I'm just hoping that I end up pulling another King card here, but you know, it is what it is. Take off an ultimate move gauge. Also, the same time that he puts up the stance here, King. Okay, dude, we're getting we're right on the cusp of not pulling what we need here. So we're already he's patiencing the attacks, which is funny to me. It's getting really hard for them to beat through the shield at this point. If we look at Bond's passive, he now has 3 stacks of his passive on. We don't have any way to take off ultimate move gauge at this point, and I think we should be able to kill here while maximizing card space. So let's do something like this. Yeah, I think we'll just do this. Because my Freyr is now 3/6 thanks to the new festival banner. Unfortunately, that all of that goes to waste, but it is what it is. Okay, we pulled an extra King card, which is nice. 2 extra King cards at that. So now we can basically throw this on and then throw some of this stuff out. Not really worried about this ultimate, so we'll go ahead and throw it in. This phase is always normally pretty easy. The Black Dog just ends up taking a lot more damage. I guess he's just not nearly as tanky as the White Dog is, but I mean, I'm always kind of surprised, because even when you use Bond's cards, I don't know, he still actually does a pretty decent amount of damage. Like, I can show you guys the ultimate here. I don't know what the damage cap is. I think it's 30%, but I think he'll hit it. I know that this is floor 1, of course, and it'll get worse as we progress to further floors, but you know, it is what it is. So let's do... I think we kill regardless here, so let's throw out some of... Just in case, because I have the ultimate in hand, I'm going to throw that out as well. We'll use this to kill, hopefully, and then get rid of anything extra that we don't need really in hand. If I could pull some more Freyr cards, that'd be nice. But This won't do... Well, maybe it'll do okay damage. Yeah, that one actually has a pretty decent modifier on it compared to her ultimate gauge removal card. 245k. I mean, that's really not bad at all. So, there we go. I'm pretty sure we have Bond's passive completely maxed out at this point. Let's see. Hello? Yeah, so we have 5 stacks now, and so we're on phase 3 here, and you'll be able to see the fact that we are gonna basically patience every single attack that they throw at us. So we're gonna throw that out. I'm gonna save the ultimate just for whenever he puts on the taunt. The white dog has a little bit lower of a damage cap. Like, you can only do, I think, 20% to this dog, whereas it's 30% for this one. So you want to hit the right dog a little bit more with the AoEs if possible, or with the single targets. So we're going to try to spread out the damage here, because obviously the whole gimmick to this first phase, or the last phase of the first floor, is that you want to kill both dogs at the same time. So I want to try to get them as even as possible as we lower them down, and then finish them off with one move if possible. So getting some pretty decent damage off there. They're about even. I think the black dog's taking a little bit more damage here, but okay, so we patience, AoE, full patience, another AoE, full patience. Even this card right here, which is got a pretty decent multiplier on it, patiences, which is just fantastic, just peachy. I think we can probably kill here. I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna go. If it doesn't go too well, we can always just, you know, close the game out or whatever. But boom, 401k. I maybe should have hit the white dog with this. I'm actually scared. Yeah, that's not gonna kill. Okay, be right back. Alrighty, and we're back. There's clouds and smoke everywhere. I think maybe we should ult first. It's gonna give us less of a shield, but it's not that big of a deal. Because it'll make this card do a little bit more damage, because we'll have the shield on at that point. And it'll clear all of these card effects, I guess, or like debuffs that we have on. This one ends up getting pretty low, so I think I'm gonna go with attacking the white dog all out, and then any extra damage will end up getting transferred over to the black dog. So still not super sure about this. Actually, I still don't think that's gonna kill, because this will probably kill, but the leftover damage did not, so rip. All right, so instead, I think because he's gonna put up the taunt this turn, or this next turn, I think I'm just gonna stall for another turn, and we will hit him a little bit here with just some extra cards, so that way we can try to kill them next turn, depending on what kind of cards we end up pulling, I guess, because we still have 2 Thonar cards in hand, kind of clogging up our hand a little bit. I think it was a little ambitious for me to try to say that I could kill both dogs with as much HP as they have left, because I don't have like a 6/6 king or anything like that. We have... Okay, honestly, with as much health as they have, I think I should just stall for another turn, because I can probably just throw this out and then just get a little bit of extra damage off with some of these random cards. And like merge that. I'm really scared that I'm gonna end up killing by accident. This one's ignore defense. We need to, well, maybe I should just go for the kill, because he's got ultimate in hand and I don't have any way to get rid of it. So let's do something like this and see if that kills. This is just kind of like how an average run goes. Actually, I think I kill here. Okay, we didn't kill, but so he gets a ton of stats right here, by the way. If you kill him unsynchronized, it's terrible, but it somehow worked out for us because he had such little health by the time that he got his stat boost. So, good. Honestly, I mean, it's insane how it works. Like, it's really crazy. It's really cool. Obviously, making rare gear into SR gear because you're, you know, engraving it, it's a waste. It's probably not not a good thing to do, especially because of the fact that you're basically only getting extra defense here because from these. Like, it's not giving you any more resistance than you're already getting unless you just, like, I don't even, there is resistance gear, is there not? I probably don't have any, but, well, this is, no, this is crit chance. Either way, there's, I'm pretty sure there's resistance gear, I think. No, actually, I don't think there is resistance gear. But either way, this is, I don't know, this is probably not ideal. I just thought it would be kind of funny. Plus, it's a character that I'm not really planning on using for anything other than the dogs, so I don't know, just give him some weird, quirky pieces. I'm fine with that. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already or you're new to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. See you then.